Hey everybody, Scott Hogan coming to you again. We're going to be talking today about the differences from a baseball swing and a golf swing that I see. And I think you'll start seeing that they do relate a lot and they can be helpful to each other if you know what you're looking at. So the biggest thing, one of the biggest things I hear as a coach is people will say, oh, I have a baseball swing or I have a softball swing and that ruins my golf swing. Well, there are some things that can happen where if you're applying some of those things from those sports, they could make a difference in how you strike a golf ball. But I always tell people I would take somebody that plays baseball or softball every day of the week because usually you have some good ability to swing an object and you are really good at striking something. So you have some good things that are going on. However, we want to point out just a couple of the subtle differences that you're looking at so you can play better golf and not carry over between the two sports. So a lot of this information I learned from myself playing, but also had the privilege of hanging out with and playing golf quite a bit with a former player. Played for about 10 years, almost made it to the Hall of Fame. He was just short, but he was well known as a power hitter in the game. And so we started talking about hitting, and one of the things that he would talk about is when you're going to hit a baseball, the one thing that you're trying to do is you're trying to strike the baseball out in front of the plate. So to do that, you're trying to keep that bat as square as you can all the way out here. Okay, so what happens when you do that? Well, when I come through, one thing is I'm going to keep my bottom hand up to the sky as I come through. I'm not going to roll the bat over because I'll just ground it foul or ground it to third base or first base if you're a lefty. But the other thing too is as you're going through, you're going to start opening up your body because that's going to keep the bat handle moving and that's going to keep it square to the barrel longer. All right? That's going to help you be able to drive the ball and again, not pull it really foul or have some issues with just having ground balls. So the other thing too is when you're trying to hit a baseball, especially for power hitters, you would try to actually put backspin on the ball to keep the ball up in the air. That's how you could get it over the fence. Now in golf, if we start doing a couple of those things, one, if we start keeping the face open, we start keeping the bottom hand up, what's going to happen is the face is going to stay open. That's one of the things that happens when we start to go slice the ball. The other thing is, we'll see when we start to open up really quick and we don't have the club face in the right position, now our path is going too far to the left with an open face and we're going to slice it again. The other thing too is in golf, typically if we're starting to put a lot of backspin on the ball, that's usually because we're putting some slice spin as well, and that ball is also going right. It's also going to have too much spin and go too short. So what do we have to know is the big difference between a golf swing and a baseball swing? Well, it's simply where are we trying to square up to? So again, in baseball, I'm trying to hit the ball out in front of the plate. In golf, it would be the equivalent of me trying to hit the ball when it's right over the plate. So if we were talking about this idea, again, with the former baseball player, and he said, okay, what if the ball was here? What would you do to square it up and hit it right back to the pitcher? And he said, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to square up the bat. Well, what happened? You're going to see his body didn't move very much. His arms started to rotate and his wrist did as well. Okay? And all of a sudden, that bat got square right at this position somewhere in between my feet. Well, if we actually took this position and we put it into some sort of a golf look, what you're going to notice, you're going to start seeing this club is in a pretty good position. We're going to see my wrists are in a position where I'm now closing the club face. All things that we want to see as we go through and try to hit the ball a little bit better. So for me, it's not a matter that the baseball swing has ruined your golf swing. It's just a matter of understanding where are you trying to hit the ball. Baseball, softball, it's more out in front. Golf, it's more if it's right over the plate, directly in the middle of their feet. I encourage you to get out there next time. Try that. If you got a bat at home, take some swings. Just think about how would you square it up. If you got a tee, put the ball on the tee. See if you can square it up. I think you'll be surprised at some of the feels that if you took those into your golf swing, you might have some good success squaring it up, getting rid of your slice, hitting the ball farther with less effort. So give that a try, and hopefully we'll see you in the next video. Hey everybody, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed that video, please make sure you click down below and subscribe. And if you want to see something else or learn more about some part of your golf game, make sure you leave a comment below, and we'll be sure to address that in future videos. Again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.